Have you ever used a product that you like so much that you want to learn more about it? You want to learn the story behind it and find out about the people who make the product. And when you do that, you discover that you like it even more. Well, that's what happened to me with my GreenStalk vertical planter. I was lucky enough to meet the family behind this amazing product. So join me today as I share that story and show you some behind-the-scenes operations of GreenStalk. Hi, I'm Gardener Scott, and this is my GreenStalk leaf model vertical planter. And in February, I took a road trip to Knoxville, Tennessee to meet the people behind this GreenStalk. And they're amazing people. When you think of a family-run business, well, this is the kind of business you should be thinking about because it truly is family-run. The entire family has a hand in making the GreenStalks that you order and grow in. It all began with the patriarch of the family, Jack Peterson, who in 1983 started a business called Mold Design, a business that makes the molds for plastic parts. Jack Peterson is a gardener, and as a gardener, he recognized that there really was nothing like this on the market. And so because he had the background in mold design and mold production, as an innovative inventor, he came up with the idea for the GreenStalk. And then with his son Ryan, a master designer and inventor in his own right, in 2014, they produced the GreenStalk. And the rest of the family got involved too. Daughter Cody brought the GreenStalk to market and now manages day-to-day operations. Daughter Brooke, well, she handles logistics and human resources. And daughter Ashley is the one I know best. She handles customer support and deals with the video influencers like me, making videos and asking questions about the GreenStalk. And it probably comes as no surprise to you that the brother and three sisters have spouses. And all of those spouses work at GreenStalk too. I was really looking forward to this visit to GreenStalk, and from the second that I entered the front door of the little warehouse that is the GreenStalk headquarters, I felt welcome. I felt almost part of the family. They knew I was coming, and I think they were as excited as I was because they let me know that I was welcome. Jack's wife, Kathy, was right there to make me feel part of the family and make it a wonderful day. And after talking with the family and the few employees who happen to not actually be family members, I started the tour behind the scenes. And Ryan, the master designer, gave me the tour.
He started mold design many years ago, and what that business built molds, plastic injection molds. So this was the main business for many years, for 30-some years. And so to cut a mold, to build a mold, you need CNC machines and a lot of high precision equipment. Mm-hmm. And molds, they produce plastic parts. So we got involved doing a lot of product development and that sort of thing for people. And sometimes we do automotive parts where they have they tell you what you're supposed to make. Okay. So we build the molds.
So you're doing a lot more than just the GreenStalk planters.
Well, it started that way. Okay. So like here on the screen, he's actually got a picture of something you'll recognize. This is part of a mold for a GreenStalk. And so what this is doing is, this is going to drive the cutter and machine out bits of steel in these different places. Oh. And so that's how some of the ways we produce the mold. Okay. So you got to have a mold to produce a plastic part. Right. So we just happen to be making a mold for the top.
And so when you say mold, you're talking the big metal components.
Big metal thing. And so there's cooling channels, and there's a lot of stuff that's going into this, because what happens is plastic gets shot in there within a couple seconds. And the idea is that you need to cool it really quick in order to, produce these fast. That's the idea of injection molding. So within a minute, you're getting another part. This is what's called a hot runner, and plastic will flow on the underside of this. I'm not going to lift this up, but what this does is heats up the plastic, and plastic flows into, there's a nozzle on the underside, and then it shoots into that little spot right there and actually fills the cavity. So all these wires are actually electrical wires that heat up the heater bands around these nozzles. So this is the other half of the mold you just saw, but what that's doing is sparking away the steel. So you can kind of see some sparks there. So electric is jumping, there's a spark jumping from the electrode to the steel, and it's slowly eroding away the steel. So that's how we can produce shapes that you can't cut.
So this looks like a pretty lengthy process.
It is. We try to avoid this. Far quicker to just cut it away. But if you've got a cutter spinning, there are certain shapes you can't make. And okay, so here's a GreenStalk electrode.
So this is an electrode that goes in that machine?
Yes. So with this, we made this, and then that burned that shape, which those are the little brackets for our planter board. So that burned that shape into the steel.
Well, and I've had a lot of my viewers ask about the colors, and you've added a few colors in the last couple of years, and so are you planning on doing more colors?
We will probably, we're open to suggestions, and we'll probably roll out different things over the years, but it is challenging. It's not as simple as, okay, let's do green today or let's do blue tomorrow. There's a lot that goes into that process. A lot of planning.
And blue apparently is a popular color. I've had quite a few people ask about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just said that because somebody said it, and we don't have any plans for it, but it's...
and the other is pink.
Oh, really? Pink?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes, I asked my viewers what questions they wanted me to ask, and the most common questions were, when are they going to do blue? And then the next most common question is, are they ever going to do pink?
Oh, wow. So I really like the red that we had. But so if we do a different color, what happens is, we've got the different versions that have to be, like, so we got the top, we've got the leaf, we got the original. And so we've got to produce those in those different colors. And they've all got to be color matched. Believe it or not, you can run one, and then if it's slightly different than the other, well, the customer's not going to be happy. No one wants this slightly lighter than the other one. And then, or if you have a five tier, and then one of them is, slightly lighter or darker than the other ones, it just, no one's happy. Okay, so with colors, logistically it becomes very difficult.
Okay.
Space-wise. So you can see we got, stone, we've got terracotta, we've got the green. Mm-hmm. Okay, now when we add a color, that's all these more bays that we have to stock the color, and that's just one more color. So, and then if it doesn't sell, well, now that's just taking up all that space. And we don't, space is the problem. We don't have that much space.
Right.
So when this area just represents probably maybe 500 orders.
Okay.
No, this area represents about 200 orders.
Okay.
So where you're standing, this will be full, and that'll be full over there with pots and other stuff.
Okay.
And this was full just a few days ago.
Okay.
Now this is isolated to mold design and building molds over here.
Okay.
And we've carved out this space of the shop for GreenStalk.
It was interesting for me to learn that they actually don't make the pieces for the GreenStalk vertical grower there at that warehouse. They're making the molds, and then they send the molds to another company to actually do the plastic injection. And then all of these pieces are shipped back to that warehouse.
We only have one dock in this building, so we'll bring in skids of boxes and various other materials, whether it's spinners or planters, and then load them and stock them and arrange them, and then we bring them over there for fulfillment, and I'll take you over there in a minute. All these dollies here, all these movers, they're here so that when we bring in the planters, we can stack them up here.
Okay.
We can stack up mover bases ready for shipment.
And so you use your own movers to move all of your own
Right.
equipment.
And they've been very durable that way.
Yeah, I like the spinner.
That was a little bit more involved than, we had a good design at the beginning, but producing it was a
It's a
more of
challenge. As the orders come in and need to be boxed, a crew of employees takes care of putting all these pieces into each custom ordered box. And some family members are even part of that process.
This is my son Ethan. Ethan, this is Scott.
Yes.
And this is how the stuff gets all packed up. This is Nick.
Hi, Nick.
This is the gardener Scott. And Carl.
How you doing? Hi, Carl.
Hello. And so we get taken to the end here because this is kind of where things start. Ready to ship, going to FedEx and UPS.
Okay. So these are all the orders that
These are fulfilled
gardeners have
orders.
made.
Yep.
I was lucky enough to meet Jack, and we actually talked for quite a while. Jack, Ryan, and I went to lunch together, and they shared with me more of the history of the company and also some of the things that they're working on, new inventions that I'm not at liberty to share with you right now. I put a link in the description below to GreenStalk, and I encourage that you go there and check it out. Find out more of the story that they have on their website. And you can use the code GardnerScott at checkout for an additional $10 off. I think it's a great product. I think it's an amazing family. And you've just seen how it works. It's actually a pretty small operation. And as the business grows, and especially at different times of year, like in spring when the orders really ramp up, the family is staying quite busy. Along with just those few employees, they're doing everything they can to maintain a high standard of customer satisfaction to get these GreenStalks into your garden. Right now, I have two, the leaf system and the original, in two of those three colors. I'm ready for my third GreenStalk in that third color. And you can expect to see more videos as I learn more about growing in the GreenStalk. Because as I learned on this tour, they've grown everything in the GreenStalk. They have some of these outside that they're testing year round. And they have a lot of information on their website as well. Articles that you can read to tell you how to grow different types of plants within this vertical planter. It really is pretty amazing. I've tried a number of different plants. I'm looking forward to trying new ones. But now, after hearing from the inventor and the master designer that you really can grow anything you want, well, I'm just going to keep trying new things in the GreenStalks I have and the GreenStalks that I'm going to get. I'm Gardener Scott. Enjoy gardening.